Alex, for anyone who doesn't know your story, how did you first get into iGaming? And what were the key experiences along the way that shaped how you're building Conduet today?
Sure, yeah. So we started Conduet back in 2018 with a focus on being an outsourced operations partner for online gambling companies. Since then, the market has shifted a little bit to be AI-led as well. So now we're an AI-driven outsourced operations partner for the iGaming industry.
You have witnessed the sector, as you're saying, evolve over the years. What major shifts do you think are reshaping the B2B iGaming landscape right now?
So we've seen the sector evolve over the years. Initially there was a large growth and acquisition phase for these operators, and now it's more about a cost reduction. How can they still provide accurate and responses to customers in a timely manner at a low-cost solution? So with our support team based in Manila, Philippines, and now with our AI product, we believe that we can fill the gap for those operators and help them reduce the cost, but not reduce quality of these responses to their customers.
Alex, what has surprised you most about operator demand and adoption since you launched Conduet?
So I think we initially thought that our North American clients, they would want a local team. We've since seen that local teams aren't a requirement, and they want a 24/7 customer service and operations support. So that's what we provided our Philippines-based team. And now, since with the growing need for AI, a lot of these operators want to leverage AI but don't know how they can leverage it. So we can help support them with a combination of our AI-driven product and our humans to still provide that first-class and best-in-class experience for our operators.
There's been a lot of talk about the balance between innovation and compliance. How do you see the industry managing this tension? And where do you think regulators and suppliers can work more in sync?
Yeah, so we obviously work closely with different market regulators and the compliance departments, where we want to make sure that we've got the most compliant product, but also not restricting on innovation. We don't want to hamper the industry. So we're SOC 2 compliant, and we work closely with operators themselves to make sure they're comfortable with the responses we can provide to customers, and reducing hallucinations. We do safety checks before every response goes out to the player, and that really reduces the risk of a hallucination there for our product.
The market's getting tougher. I mean, everything that you've been talking about hints how perhaps with lesser restrictions, it was much easier to do business before. But the market's getting tougher, with many operators tightening budgets, as you hinted at in the beginning, in fact. What's the key to demonstrating long-term value besides just saving costs?
Yes,
so
definitely.
What does basically long-term value look like?
Yeah, so as we touched on before, there's cost reduction needed across all of these operators. The market, for them to make more money, and especially in the UK with these latest taxes that have come in, there needs to be a cost reduction. So our product and our technology, we believe that it help reduce the overheads, as well as I mentioned, providing that best-in-class customer service experience. So you're not losing out on quality, but you're going to be able to reduce your customer operations overhead there.
If you had to make one bold prediction about B2B iGaming software adoption in 2026, what would it be? Do you think operators will accelerate tech modernization? Will it be budget constraints slowing down adoption?
I think the iGaming industry is a unique one, where it waits for a big player to take that first step, and then a lot of them will follow. So I think once we see one of the large operators really start to automate customer service, then your level 2, level 3, level 4 operators will want to follow suit, and they're almost waiting for someone to take that risk first. So I think a lot of these are going to be forced to take that risk with as you said, budget constraints and trying to reduce these costs. So but I think that's probably going to be wait for one of the big ones to take that step off, and then the others will follow.
Perfect.